How was your Thanksgiving, bro?
Damn. Whoa. It's like you're gonna force me to tell you a story.
How was your Thanksgiving, man?
Man, it sucks. I ain't seen my family.
We had a pretty good Thanksgiving. We had the family over, the kids, they had a blast, bro. They was running around with guns. Every single one of them had a gun. Even Isaiah, bro, he had a little gun, I think it was an orange or red one. Adrian supplied all the guns. Yeah, you already know. He got like a closet full of them. So
is it wrong to say they had their dicks? I know they're kids, but they had their extendos.
Man, I don't know, but yeah, they had fun.
They had their straps. They had
the straps with them. I got a group picture with all of them together, man. They had fun running around. Isaiah, he's getting so big. He's starting to know what to do, man. He picked up that gun and he was holding it, and then he started chewing on it after a while. And I was like, okay, he lost interest.
Yeah, my Thanksgiving wasn't too bad. Like, we got real childish for a moment. We started doing balloon fights and shit, and everybody got the business. Everybody got smacked up. And
already.
But it was fun, though, overall. The Cowboys won. The food was amazing. And
tell us about
the number one
Cowboy game.
Cowboys game was good, man. They won 3 in a row now. They're getting back to what I was expecting them to be. We got to play the Saints next week, and that's going to be rough. But, you know, other than that, it was a good win. Good food, and number one overall, I got to spend time with my family. You know, that's just build memories, and you know, it's just a great thing to do, man.
Yeah, we got mad shit to be thankful for.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty much to sum it all up.
Yeah,
we grub, lots of food. Y'all already know Thanksgiving.
You had the chocolate pecan pie.
Oh yeah, Alyssa brought that.
That's exotic.
Yeah,
that is. I ain't never heard of no shit like that.
I told her she could take it to the house because none of us even opened it. But you know what I'm saying? She was like, nah, she wanted to leave it, so that was what's up. I was like, all right, shit, we gonna.
That's next level fat boy shit right there, man.
Yeah, real shit. If you don't know about that chocolate pie, man,
get familiar.
You're lacking.
Yeah, straight up, man. Man, 6'9". Man, he's into some shit right now, dog. He's into some shit.
What's going on with 6'9"?
Man, he got arrested. I mean, we're pretty sure we all know this by now. He was arrested, and I don't know the exact charges. I know there's like racketeering and you know, drug-related charges, and
is he in prison right now, or do they just take him in? Are they sentencing him? Like, what's going on?
I don't know exactly if he's in prison or if he's in a county jail or what the case may be, but he went to some facility, and I guess he was getting beat up on, and they sent him to another facility that's known for somebody that's an informant that rats on other people. So we kind of already know what's going to happen. He's going to tell. I mean, he has no other options at this point. He has his gang after him, and he's got the feds on him, and you know, and from what it sounds like, he doesn't even have the money that he's gloating about. Like he's saying that he has, and
he's got it like that. He really ain't got it.
Ain't got it like that.
They said the team was extorting him.
Yeah, they were extorting him, man. There was an article where he did a show and he was gonna get $3 million for it, but he only seen $300,000, and his I guess Treyway took the rest of it. And, you know, that's just what happens, man. When you're not really affiliated with that game, they're going to extort you.
Yeah.
They're going to take, because you're using their name. You're using it as a platform, and they're using protection.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Shotty, the leader of the gang or whatever, he's got his own record label right now.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, he's got his own record label. He's signing artists, and he's making money now.
Okay.
All he needed was that money from 6ix9ine, you know what I mean? The money that's supposedly there, you know. But that's all you need right there. That's your starter kit right there. And
yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing. Yeah, go ahead and keep saying Treyway and all this shit and diss everybody. This.
Not the whole world. Almost the whole world knows about Treyway.
Man, yeah, they know about him, but it's coming with the cost because you got to think the West Coast hates him. he almost got into it real bad with Rap-A-Lot. So that's the whole South. I mean, that's really the whole United States with Rap-A-Lot. Like when they say mob ties, that's real, man. Like they had mob ties. And in New York and Chicago, especially with him, this new video also with him saying that he was gonna put 30,000 on Tato, which is Chief Keef's cousin.
Yeah.
You know, that's just another bad look, and we don't wish nothing bad upon him, but we've kind of already seen this story.
You're doing it to yourself. Yeah, we've seen this. History already shows us how this plays out. You know what I mean? Right. It's not good. But hey man, good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. When you have OGs telling you these things too, and you got people that's been through these experiences, multiple people telling you this shit, and you're not using your ears correctly and hearing out this shit, that comes with that consequences, man. And we don't want nobody to die, but like I said, we've seen this story play out hundreds of times, and that's probably what's gonna happen. And you were telling me earlier that Fat Joe was already talking to him about all this.
Yeah,
he already called all this. He predicted it.
Yeah, he used the term "they're gonna Fat Joe you." Was the Fed? I guess he had problems with the Feds at one point in his young career, and he was using his experiences to tell him, look, this is what's probably gonna happen, and look what happened. And unfortunately, we don't wish no jail time or anybody or death, but we kind of already know what's gonna happen. We done seen this played out 100 times.
You gotta move smart out there, man. If you're gonna be trolling and doing all that extra shit, man, you gotta move smart. You gotta be paranoid. You gotta think about what you're doing every step of the way. And if you're not, then you're setting yourself up for failure, man. You already knew what this fame, this game, everything, the money, what it all came with. You know what I'm saying? And then making it worse by trolling everyone and creating so many enemies and beef with all these people and labels, man. Nah. I mean, yeah. I understand why, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say, oh, don't do what your heart tells you to. But there is sometimes when you just gotta do you. Make your money, live your life, be there for your fam, You got that money, take care of the fam. That's what a man does, man. You know
what nobody else is talking about either, though? Is the shit that he's done is put a spotlight on his entire family now. He has a daughter to look after. He has a girlfriend and his mom. They know that he loves them dearly, and that just puts a target on their back with his foolish ways. He's doing that to his own family.
Putting his family in danger.
Right, and he's so young-minded, he's not thinking about all that. He's thinking about what's present. He's not thinking about he's not playing chess moves. He's just going with that first move, and that's it. Man, you can't think like that, man. Especially these times where everything is recorded, everything you say it can be brought up. Your text messages can be brought up, your phone calls, anything, man. It can be used against you through legal matters or through the streets. It can any of that shit can happen to you, man.
That's real.
Straight up.
I pray for the fam and his kids, man. If he has any, he has a daughter.
Yeah, he has a daughter.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I hope God looks after his fam, because man, when it comes to the kids, like we were talking about earlier with the 13-year-old girl, bro, like nah, that's not cool, man. Y'all motherfuckers need to chill out.
Yeah, his daughter's innocent, man. She has no say in any of this, but she's gonna have possibly a target on her back because of her father. But we hope that doesn't happen. But it is what it is. If this life comes with those consequences, if you don't move right. Oh my God, bro! Did you fucking hear that Tory Lanez
and Joyner Lucas?
Oh my God, bro! That shit was wild, bro.
Yeah, that was crunk. We needed this. We needed this for hip hop, man. We really did, cause after the M and MGK, that had it hyped for a little while. This got it jumping again. So,
yeah.
To start off with, supposedly the beat started when Tory Lanez was talking about who he was better than, and Joyner Lucas got thrown in that conversation. The fans, they're gonna be messy. They're gonna go back and say, you know what I mean? They probably say something totally different than what really happened. Damn, that motherfucker said he'll murk you on the track or something. You know what I'm saying? Exaggerating.
And rap's a competitive sport, man.
It really is, man.
Straight up.
So Joyner Lucas clapped back at him and was like, "Nah, you ain't fucking with me on the bars."
And I think that Joyner has been looking for this smoke too, dog. I think he's been looking for this shit for a minute, but he found the wrong one. He found the wrong one. The right one, really, as I should say.
I thought it was the right one. I thought Joyner was gonna kill him, you know.
Yeah.
But nah, man. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Joyner Lucas, I'm a big fan of Joyner Lucas's work, and he killed it, man. We're gonna get to that. So to start off, Tory Lanez rapped off the Lucky You beat. It was good, very good. You know what I mean? When I heard it, I was like, yeah, okay, this man can rap. You know what I mean? And mind you, I don't know that he's a singer. I think he's a rapper or whatever. You know, I thought he was a rapper. So come to find out, I think Josh, you was telling me he used to be a singer, right?
Yeah, he still is. That's like his
he still is.
Majority of his work, he's like singing and shit. The auto-tune thing, you know,
So you know somebody's mad when they stop singing to go put out a diss, a rap.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know he's heated. He had to take a break from his hitting his high notes to come over here and.
But it sounded like it sounded natural though, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's just been having this shit tucked, like and he just
like people been sleeping on. Hey, this had to shoot him up a lot more.
Oh yeah,
man, cause like I said, he
both of them good publicity and bad publicity are one and the same. It's all good.
But does this look like bad publicity for either one of them?
I mean, not really bad, but the one that is gonna have the most slack behind everything is probably Joyner, just because the fact that Torey is known for having his auto-tune singing shit.
Okay, so let's get to that. Let's get to who we thought won, but let's start off with the songs first.
Okay.
So the Lucky You, we already said that was fire.
Yeah.
You know, Torey did his thing on that one. The Liddy was Joyner's response. He responded back to Torey. Hey, Liddy was fire.
It was
fire, man.
It was.
And this is actually a Tory Lanez beat?
Yes, originally.
Okay.
The song that he had put out with Meek Mill.
Okay, Liddy.
Which was a successful song in itself. So I guess that's why he chose that beat to go over. And the beat is fire too.
So Joyner starts off talking about R&B niggas. These R&B niggas trying to turn into trap niggas or something like that. And pretty much like, you barely took a jab at me. You know what I'm saying? You barely took a jab at my bladder or whatever. So he pretty much saying like, you kind of like, you didn't even hit me. That was like, you know what I'm saying, a miss or whatever. Telling Tory Lanez that. So Joyner came out swinging already on the song, man. He came out like, nah.
Like we expected.
Yeah.
Like we expected.
Yeah.
He did his thing. He had a man. It was a great diss, man. It was a great diss.
I thought it was funny when he told him he was like, you could take that auto tune shit back to T-Pain.
Yeah.
He was just talking about the auto tune T-Pain on the last video. Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said, I don't know Tory Lanez music. I'm you know what I'm saying. I'm not in the know with all that. You know what I mean? But hey, he's dope. So, but he was. I mean, what'd you like about the song, bro? Like, I liked a lot. I know a lot of parts that I really
like the way that he switched up the flow in the song. You know, just it was just all around great song, man. Just
he compared himself to M and compared Tory Lanez to Iggy. That shit was funny, bro. I was like, oh man, this right here, this is it. He killed it, man.
Can you say that though? Can you compare him to Eminem?
I mean, when he first hit the scene, people kind of were comparing him to M. You can hear M in him. And Busta Rhymes with all that fast rap, you know what I mean? I mean, you could kind of hear who his influences were. You know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, I guess, I don't know, man. Y'all tell us what y'all think, because I say yeah. But I'm not saying that he's on M's level. I'm saying musically, style, and the way he raps. You can
kind of compare him to.
Yeah, you could kind of say that was one of his influences. So, But another thing that I thought was crazy was him saying Tory Lanez was like a wannabe Drake or like stuck in Drake's shadow.
Yeah.
I didn't, like I said, I don't know much about Tory, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So that was another hard hitting punch, man. I think that was another one for Joyner. Joyner killed that. He said I should have did what Travis did. I should have did what Drake did. You know what I mean? So that means there was prior beef between them dudes. Like I said, I know nothing about that. We'll have to do a video on that next time. But apparently Joyner's here to do that. You know what I'm saying? Finish him off, which he didn't. And like I said, I mean, the song was dope. The song was fire, man. I ain't gonna sit here and just bullshit. The song was fire, y'all. Y'all gotta go listen for yourself, man. Joyner Lucas Liddy. It was Liddy. I can say that.
But that wasn't the end. That wasn't even. That was half of it.
Yeah, there was so much more.
Because Torey came back with the Liddy again on the same beat, and that shit was mega fire, bro. Like that shit was.
It was unexpected for me.
Yeah,
I know that. It was very. Did you expect that?
I mean, I've never been a real big fan of Torey. I can't say that I listened to his older music. Maybe he did spit before, but I definitely didn't expect that from him, man. And
he started off saying, "I'm waiting for you niggas to slip on the oak vine." He said about the chew a nigga like a poke rind or some shit like that. Bro, he started off swinging.
Yeah.
Torey started off swinging. So, one of the things that he was talking about that I thought was crazy was M couldn't take you to a meal, Chris couldn't take you to a meal. So he's saying he gonna do it, and he's pretty much Joyner's cosign.
Yeah.
That's a hard hitting blow, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a hard hitting blow right there.
Because it don't get no greater really than M, and then Chris. You know, he has his own set of fans. And
those are major superstars, man. Those are key players that you kind of want. You really want on your shit, especially if you're a Joyner and you're a lyrical beast. You want M on a record. I mean, some people won't, but hey, yeah, it was a good look for Joyner. The Lucky You was a good look.
Yeah, for sure. And he clapped back at. As far as like when Joyner went at with Tripping, talking about fucking this girl and shit, and having a threesome with 6ix9ine, Torey came back with the "you're fucking a bitch with a dude that has a child molesting case on him," and that was just like
that killed that line that Joyner sent to him. Pretty much the shot that he sent that pretty much deflected it. It was like, get that off of me.
Deflected it and shot something back at him, man. Like that was just like
why you trying to
fuck with this bitch?
Yeah, why you
with another dude
acting like it's cool to fuck a bitch with a dude? Yeah, they had a child. Come on, man.
Yeah,
that's
super
crazy.
Weirdo shit, man. But
he compared him to Busta Rhymes. He was like, wannabe Busta Rhymes, wannabe 90s baby.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
in his 30s.
Bro, nah, bro.
Yeah.
If a motherfucker tell me I'm a wannabe 90s baby, I'm a Busta Rhymes. Actually, hold on. But is a wannabe Busta Rhymes, is that a bad thing?
No, it's not. He's had a successful career.
Nah, it's not a bad thing.
It's not.
I just seen where your head was at with that because Busta Rhymes was raw, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Busta Rhymes
was raw. He did shit differently too back then. Like he was just a different artist, man. But as far as like he's trying to act like a 90s baby, but you're 30. Like that shit, the math don't add up, bro. Like why you trying to be put? Yeah, I like that, man. Yeah, he got his ass good, bro. That's all I can say about that.
Another what?
I was just gonna go back to the next song with the Fifi, man.
Well, before we do, I did want to say, bring up a couple more lines because there's so many in that Tory Lanez. There's so many. It's like every verse had a jab or knockout.
Torey goes back and he's speaking in the mind of Joyner and shit.
Like, I'm Joyner Lucas. Like, come on, man. If a nigga speaking in my voice on his track, nah, that's not cool, bro. We about to have major problems.
Yeah.
And he said something about, he said, your light-skinned niggas in your crew are too spooked to join in the beef. Bro, that's shooting slugs at the crew now.
Right.
That's pretty much like calling them out too. So he pretty much aimed for all of them. You know what I mean? He said I'm your father, Lucas. I'm your father. Like, come on, man. Like, bro.
Oh yeah, he said something about the Star Wars and Lucas. That was the director or whatever the fuck it was, bro. Yeah, that was a hard line too. Bro.
Yeah, well, Luke. I'm your the Luke and
okay,
Darth Vader, the biggest scene ever in Star Wars that everybody seems to remember.
Right. That. Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, he cut up on that bitch, bro. No lie.
So who do you give that one to? I know who I give it to.
Well, I mean, we didn't even discuss the Fifi.
That round, the Liddy round.
The Liddy round.
That's a round to me. The Lucky,
the
Lucky You. Let's go for that first.
The Lucky You.
Who won that? Lucky You, even though they weren't directly dissing, they weren't even dissing each other. Let's say that.
But Joyner won that though. He won that round, that first round.
The Lucky You. Okay.
But then the Liddy again and the Fifi, hands down, the Liddy again alone killed the whole thing. Like the whole rap battle. He killed the whole thing, bro. Like the overall, like that song alone took over everything, bro.
Yeah.
And like to speak on what Joyner did with Fifi, I think what hurt him was the Fifi beat that he used, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if he would have used a harder beat, I think it would have gave him a little bit slight, a little bit of an edge.
I tried to put myself, like in his mind and try to think, why would I use this beat? I think he was trying to. I think Joyner heard that song Liddy again. It was like, damn, he killed that. Like, I'm sure he did, man. And it was like, look, well, let me take it to a whole nother level and change the mood of what I'm about to do. Because if you try to go back on something like that, you better come with it, man.
Right.
And that's what I thought Joyner was going to do. He was going to come with it. But he kind of threw us off, a little bit.
By using that beat?
Yeah, and used that beat. And it really didn't fit it really didn't fit the beef, pause. But, you know what I mean? But, anyways. The Fifi was good. It was alright. I thought it was alright, but coming from Liddy again, I couldn't even listen to it right.
Yeah.
I had to adapt. It was fire. Liddy again was fire. So it's safe to say that Torey won this battle, this rap battle, because this ain't nothing serious, y'all. Like, honestly,
it's all for sport.
Yeah,
it's all for
sport, which is good, man. Nothing needs to hit the streets because we know how it gets when it gets there. Things can get like ugly real motherfucking quick. So I'm glad to see them keep it on wax.
I like to see them do a song, just like Joyner was saying. Like, nigga, hit me up, bro. Like, let's do something. Like,
but I was thinking about it. I was like, can they do a song together after Torey? And of course they can. But I'm just thinking in my head, can they do a song together after Torey done said, hey, let me do a hook for you. Maybe you can have one, nigga. Like, maybe you can have a plaque. So it's like, damn, what if he does a song with him and he does get a plaque? Oh man, that's another one for Torey, man. That's just crazy, man. But y'all check out that Tory Lanez Liddy again, Joyner Lucas Liddy, and then Joyner Lucas Fifi, and Joyner Lucas and M Lucky You, and then Tory Lanez Lucky You. Y'all check that out, man. That was fire, man. That kind of made my weekend, or my week.
Yeah, straight up. It was fire, bro.
So, Tory Lanez, you got that one, of course, man. But hey, both dope-ass MCs, man. Well, not Tory Lanez a singer, but for this event,
yeah, but is he gonna start spitting now? Because he showed out on that bitch. Like he cleared, like he showed us that he can do that.
Let's talk about that then, because he should. I think he should, and absolutely. I think he is.
Yeah, I
really think he is, because he showcased his skills and where his head's at. And you're gonna have too many people saying, "Hey, Torey, man, you gotta continue with this." You know what I'm saying? And if the fans want it, you gotta get the fans what they want. That's where the money's at.
Yeah, for real.
Too much money to be made, man. Too much money to be made. So hopefully we do hear more, with Tory Lanez and Joyner Lucas together, like a song maybe. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there anything we missed with that topic?
On the Fifi response, he was saying that he was talking about a particular Kendrick Lamar song, "The Art of Peer Pressure." He was saying go back and listen to that song and then listen to the 4 a.m. lit freestyle or something like that. And
it sounds similar.
Very familiar, man.
Even Tory's flow.
His his flow, everything, like the kind of like the vibe of the song.
Yeah.
And then like the cutscene, he kind of made the cutscene noise just like Kendrick Lamar's. Like when we were listening to it, we like looked at each other like that shit sounded just like
Kendrick. It sounded like
shit.
A replica.
I don't even.
Yeah, Joyner hit it on point with that. When he said that, he was right. We went back and did our research, and
that was
dope song, but yeah, it sounded like Kendrick Lamar. All of it, the art of peer pressure.
Yeah, the art of peer pressure.
Yeah, and that's a fire ass song from Kendrick, man. Kendrick, man, he gonna hit you, but you know that goes hand in hand with, you know, the ones that give the younger ones the idea, and you know it pretty much influences them to have a style, what kind of style they're gonna go for. You know, you can I can see in Tory Lanez kind of who he studied, and you know what style was his favorite when he was growing up. Probably like you can tell, man. You know he was into that MC and shit.
Yeah,
a lot of that, man, because he did what he was supposed to do on that track. Let's say that.
Yeah, for real. Shit was crazy.
Hey, something else I want to talk about, man, was the 13-year-old girl. She was a victim to gun violence, and supposedly she wrote an essay, or not supposedly, she did. She wrote an essay on gun violence, and she ended up passing away from gun violence. I wanted to talk about this because I have a son, you know, only 8 years old, and I know I'd lose it if my son was a victim to gun violence. And you know, I just want to say prayers and condolences go out to the family, because I can't imagine what the mother's going through, what the family's going through. You know, the dad, man, I mean, to lose a child, man, I just can't imagine it, man. Actually, after we talk about this, I want to tell y'all a story about, you know, almost losing my child. Not almost losing him, but a weird event. But with this whole thing, man, you know, so many kids are victims to gun violence and gang violence, and it was stray bullets that you know took her. 13 is way too young, man, to be taken away from this world. She had way too much, man, to do before. I mean, you know, but you know, I don't know. There's not much for me to say, you know. I'm not embarrassed to be choked up on this and not know what to say, because it's just, man, I don't know what to say, man. It's kind of disgusting, man, really.
And then the fact that she, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about shit like that.
Neither do I, trust me. But I wanted to bring it up, and I wanted to say, you know, hopefully, everybody, I don't know. Anyways, moving off that, I have nothing else to say. I just wanted to bring it up and to make people aware of what's going on. You know, it's sad, man. But anyways, a story that I have, man, about almost losing my son, which I don't know if you could say that, but to me it felt that way. So I was in the studio, you know, working. Just got off of work. Hadn't had time to hit the studio. You know, been always spending time with the fam. Always, you know, we just moved into a new house. Let me say that. So I get off of work. I decide, okay, let me go to the studio. You know, my son's mom's in there with him. He's fine. She actually had been a little sick, so she was taking a nap, but he was right there with her. He was on his phone at this moment. And he knows better than to leave the house, do any of that, man. He knows he can't walk out that front door without somebody with him. You know, he's only 8 years old. So his papa comes home, you know, and he comes over and he's helping move stuff, you know, this and that, and he's moving his stuff, you know what I mean, into his room and all that. So we moved a couple of houses down from where we used to live. So he's pretty much going from this house, you know, to a couple houses down. So every 30 minutes, I'm coming from the studio to the house to check on little man, you know, because, you know, I always think about him, want to make sure he's safe. Even though his mom's with him, I know she's sick too, you know, and I wanted to slip away for a few while she was sleeping. So I go in to check on him. I don't see my son. Okay, is he in the restroom? I go to the restroom, I look in the restroom. Adrian, where you at? Nah, don't see my son. I go back to the room where my girl's at, where she was laying down, and I don't see my son. And I see the phone that he was on the charger. And I wake her up and I say, hey, where's little man, you know? And she wakes up real quick. She goes, he was just right here. And she's like, he was literally just right here. Look in the other room. He's probably in another room, or he's probably with his papa. So I look in the other room. I look in the other room. I look in this room, that room. I start freaking out, bro. I start literally I'm like, where's little man? I say, okay, stay calm. He's probably with his papa. So I go outside. I take a look down the street where the other house is at, and I see his papa over there by himself. I don't see little man. So right now, I'm panicking. Right now, my girl's panicking. We're both panicking. We're freaking out. Where's little man? I scream to his papa, hey, you know, is little man with you? No, he's not. He was just at the house. He was just inside. So we're freaking out, man. We're panicking, man. We're freaking out, running around the house, screaming my son's name, y'all. If I tell you, the feeling I felt was the worst feeling I ever felt in my life. I never want to feel this feeling again. Ever again, man. Ever. And I don't wish this feeling on anyone. I felt like I don't know if it all kicked in that moment, because at that moment it felt like a movie. It felt like something I've seen off of a movie. It felt fake. It wasn't real to me. It wasn't happening. So in that moment, you know, I'm also thinking and you know, all kind of feelings and emotions are running through me. So I run outside. The neighbors even come outside and ask us what's going on, because I had went over there to knock on the door to see if he was over there. He wasn't over there. You know, at this point, I'm pretty much like, I'm about to like break something. Like, that's how, you know, hurt I am. That's how angry I am. That's how scared I am. So all the other neighbors come out. We had like 4 of our neighbors, you know, and I want to tell them, thank them too, because, you know, that's how good, you know, of neighbors we do have. You know, usually when you live, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's like we look out for each other, man. You know what I mean? That's how it is, man. If you got good neighbors, y'all look out for each other. You know, and the kids are the most important thing on the block. Kids, everybody got to keep everybody's kids safe. That's just how I was raised. That's how the people out here were raised too. So it shows, you know what I mean? They're looking everywhere. We're screaming. We called the cops, man. The cops are on the way. I run back inside. I look under beds. I look in the closets. I think he's hiding. I don't know what he's doing, which he never would hide from us without us knowing he's wanted to hide in the first place, you know. Or, you know, if we was playing hide and seek, okay, yeah, but nah, we wasn't. So I happened to look at the couch. We had just got these couches inside the house. Like I said, we had just moved into this house. Big couches, big cushions. I mean, these cushions are like, they're huge, man. So I'm looking, I'm moving the cushions, and I know he's not under these cushions, but I'm looking because, you know, you don't know what else to do. I ran through the alley, I looked through the backyard. You know, I'm getting ready to get in my car and go house to house, knocking doors down and forcing people to let me in. That's how I'm this close to doing that. So as I pulled the last cushion by the end, by the corner where the arm's at, I see his legs. And I see him. And my heart stops. And he's literally passed out like this. Passed out. I mean, we were screaming his name. He didn't hear us. He was. I wanted to make sure he was alive. I didn't shake him hard, but I put my hands on him and I said, hey, you know, hey, wake up, little man, this and that. Popo, wake up. And he wakes up and he's like, he don't know what's happening. The cops are already coming in our door at this time. Excuse me, bro. The cops are coming in our door at this time. He looks like he's out of it. You know, he's tired. You can tell he's tired. Had a long day. Man, I grab him. I hug him. I run back outside. His mom jumps on him, hugs him. I run outside, tell everybody we found him. He was under the cushion. Like, I can't even stress to y'all how bad that feeling is to think that someone took your kid. I was thinking the worst. I thought he walked outside and went to go follow his pawpaw to the other house to help him move his stuff, you know, because he had a couple of things left to move. It wasn't much. It was just small things. I thought maybe he walked out to go follow him, didn't see him, and somebody snatched him up. Like, I don't know. The worst was going through my mind. I don't know. But luckily, like I said, you know, with God's help, you know, he was safe. He stayed safe. And that really will make you appreciate your family a lot more than you already do. That will make you want to do even more for them and pay attention to the even smaller things. But I just, you know, coming off that other story, I just wanted to share with y'all my experience of almost losing my son, you know, and he never leaves our sight. You know, he's always in mine and my wife's sight, you know. So, but the couch cushion. Simple as that, bro. The couch cushion, like.
Thank God that was the case.
For sure.
Yeah, that must have been something unimaginably, like, just heart-wrenching, man. Like, you know,
I know the next day I called you.
Man.
I called you the next day and was, man, Josh, he the first person, well, that night, my mother and my sister was there within seconds. My little sister, man, I love her to death, man. She would die for my son, you know, for her nephew. He actually calls her Aunt Sister. Like, that's how close they are, you know. That's like his sister, and that's my sister. So, I'm like, man, hey, chill, that's my sister. That's your aunt. But, nah, he loves her to death, and she loves him. And Josh, too, man, he knows, man, how serious it is. We're family over here. All family. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But,
that's nephew, man. Everybody. Yeah, that. I can't even imagine. Like I said, I don't have children, and you know, the closest thing that I have to children is my girlfriend's niece. You know, they're very close, and I care for her very much, and I can just imagine like losing her or something crazy happening. It would break me down. You know, and even Adrian. Or your son, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I said his name too.
Okay, well, Adrian, this is my nephew. As losing any of them, man, would just be like catastrophic to me. And they're not even my children. It's family, you know. And you know, losing go back on the 13-year-old girl, man. Like, she was very smart. She had a bright future ahead of her, and for her to speak about gun violence and then die to gun violence at such an early age. It's something that is disgusting that we live in a world like this and things like this happen. But
for people to even, you know what I'm saying, for people to even be out there doing that, knowing there's kids around it, man, come on, man, think. You know what I'm saying? There's kids everywhere, man. You got to think. Yeah. Like we got to stop involving our surroundings and our bullshit, you know, as men, you know what I'm saying? We as men, women too, whatever. I don't care what gender you are, man. It doesn't matter. Hey, when it comes to the kids, you don't mess with the kids. The kids stay out of it. And I know that it wasn't purposely done, but it doesn't matter. That's not even, that doesn't matter. It happened. You know what I mean? It happened. She was taken away from her family that loves her, man. And that's bullshit, man. That's for real bullshit. I'm not feeling that at all. Give a fuck what the people who did it think. I'm not feeling that, man. But you know, that's a dark subject. I want to, you know, just say, you know, my prayers and condolences go out to the family, and that's it.
Absolutely, prayers. That's definitely what's needed at these times, man. And look after your children, look after your nieces and nephews, and you know, all your family, look after them, be there for them, and always have their back. And
it's getting to a point to where, you know, when the school shootings were happening, you know, the guy that invented the bulletproof backpack shield, you know, that was a smart idea, because at least the person that is getting, you know, shot at can put something in between them and the shooter. if this ever happens, which I hope, you know, the gun violence and the school shootings, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope something puts an end to this, man, because this is getting ridiculous, y'all.
Yeah, just to even have somebody having to an event, something like that for children to go to school in, it's a disgusting world we're having to live in, and having to put our family and children in it's just sad, man. You have to, you know, worry about, you know, my kids going to school with some crazy kids and to come in and shoot this place up, and I lose my kid to senseless, selfish violence. It's just sad.
And us as parents, we sacrifice so much for our kids. We put so much into their future. I mean, your kid is everything, man. Like, once you have a kid, in my point of view, my opinion, you know, the light is taken off me and it's shining on my kid. Whatever my kid needs first, that's what he gets it. He gets what instead of me getting first, or my girl or whoever, my son gets it first. Then, you know, my girl's taken care of, I'm taking care of, you know, so on and so on, you know, the fam. But, you know, but that's a dark subject. You know, I want to veer away from that. But, you know, everybody's, you know, y'all stay safe out there, man, for real.